I'm the climate change officer of Centro Humboldt in Nicaragua, and also working for the SUSWACH network, that is the Latin American network that represents about 94 organizations of the region. Now I have the chance to share the effects of climate change and what are we doing in the regional and in Central American regarding climate change, how we are organizing, which type of projects are we implementing, and our demands also. So it's a nice opportunity to share our thoughts and also trying to the people in Ireland to know our situation and to them that can mobilize for us also here. We are trying to achieve a global climate agreement, so that it is needed in order to tackle with the effects of climate change, in order to reduce the effects of climate change in developing countries and even in developed countries that are struggling also with floodings and other kinds of impacts. So this year is the year to negotiate and to mobilize. On the road to Paris, the challenges, the biggest ones are like that every country have their own economic interest, and then when we talk about climate change, we don't talk only about environment, we talk about economy, and we want to support those low carbon economies or economies that doesn't contribute to the increase in temperature or climate change in general. So there are countries who don't want to limit their emissions or change their economies, and there are those like developing countries that also want to develop their economies, and they are thinking about doing it the same way that others did, and that is the conflict that we have to struggle at the moment, and that everybody has to talk about limit their emissions, and is not only one part of the world. Opportunities is that when we talk, for example, of renewable energies, we are talking about energies that most of the time they don't emit so much emissions as other does, and also that are clean for our communities. We are not impacted their health or saying them to move, because we also don't believe in those false solutions like big hydro dams that in tropical countries, instead of mitigating, they are also emitting gases, carbon dioxide or greenhouse gases. So actually we have to be all together and to put our thoughts on the table clear and try to look for those alternatives that really tackle climate change. It is important because in the international negotiations, the people that are agreeing are our governments, and they can put some commitments when they have also some pressure from their communities or from their voters. So when you mobilize at the national level or even at the local level, you are making some pressure on your national governments in order them to demand your demands also, like if you are having impacts of climate change, or if you are trying for your community to be cleaner, or to have a low carbon economy, for example. So if you pressure at the national level, you will have some results also at the international level.